Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Usagi Yojimbo, Saturday Morning Adventures. So this is a special one-shot where the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles team up with Yojimbo. And I'm glad to see that these guys are friends already, because one of my problems with a lot of like crossover series is that you always get the cliche, these two characters from different franchises meet each other, they battle each other, then they realize that they're actually on the same side, and then they join forces. But at this point, they already know each other, so they're already friends. So we start off in New York City, where we have dudes in turtle gear for some reason. They're cosplaying as turtles. I don't know why, but they decide to do that as they're trying to break into this store. And then Usagi shows up and fights the guys and easily beats them. And as soon as they get knocked out, there's clapping, and it's from the turtles. The turtles have been watching this entire situation going down, and they came to Usagi because they have a special surprise for him. So Usagi does not belong in this world. He comes from another dimension, and he's trapped here. But Donatello has figured out a way to send him back. And so they take Usagi to their lair, where they show this contraption, and they open up a portal to Usagi's dimension. And then they tell Splinter, like, hey, we're going to go visit Usagi. Here is how this thing works. And here's a turtle comm that I've also programmed into the dimension so we can communicate. And yeah, like in 2 days, just press this button. It'll open up a portal and then we can come back. So they go to Usagi's dimension. And this was a little bit confusing at first, where it's supposed to be nighttime, but it doesn't really look nighttime. Like it looks maybe like it could be evening or something, or it could just be regular daytime, but there's too many trees, so the trees are kind of blocking the sun a little bit. But yeah, this is supposed to be nighttime, and this plays a huge part in the story. And that's because there's these shadow creatures that start fighting. They appear out of nowhere. They start fighting Usagi. The turtles start trying to help, and Donatello basically turns up the brightness on his turtle comm and shines the light on the shadow, which destroys it. So, yeah, these creatures, these shadow creatures, are weak to light. And so there's no sun. Like the sun, we later find out, has been blocked out and it's supposed to be nighttime. Because this entire time I was thinking, like, well, these shadow creatures are weak to the light. Why don't they just like attack during the day or something? Like they're supposed to be invincible, but they're weak to light. So daytime, the sun will just easily destroy them. No, the sun's blocked out. So yeah, it is nighttime. It just doesn't look it. But Usagi arrives at this village and everybody is gone except for one dude. And he basically explains a story that's this weird vampire looking creature. He kind of looks like a bat humanoid showed up with his shadow warriors. And I would say it was a war, but it was just completely one sided. Like this dude just came and the shadow warriors rounded up everyone who could fight and took them to his castle where they're being thrown in the dungeons or whatever. And so the turtle's like, well, we'll help you out, Usagi. We'll help you get your people back. And that's when we cut to the villain's base, where his name is Lord Desmodus. And Lord Desmodus gets an alert from the computer that there are extraterrestrials from another dimension. So he decides to go check it out. And as the turtles and Usagi are going to his fortress, they see someone asking for help and a bunch of shadow creatures around them. And so the turtles and Usagi start trying to fight off against the shadows. And once again, Donatello uses his light from his phone to destroy the shadow creatures. And the hooded figure is like, oh, that's amazing. Can I see that? And Donatello, for as smart as he can be kind of dumb. He allows the figure to look at the device, and the figure drops it and breaks it. And it turns out that this is the villain, Lord Desmodus. And so Lord Desmodus basically says, give up because you're surrounded. And Donatello's like, all right, we give up, and allows them to get thrown into prison. And then he later explains that I did that for a reason. That even though this is an alternate universe, there are still things similar to our universe. Basically, Usagi's world is just regular Earth, but if humans weren't the dominant species. And so if there's an Earth, then there's got to be a version of Flagenon. And Flagenon is the home planet of Wingnuts and Screwloose, who appeared in a previous issue. I thought it was kind of weird that Donatello, like as soon as he saw Lord Desmodus, he immediately assumed, oh, this is a Flagenon person. It doesn't make much sense because Wingnut, I guess, would be the closest person to looking like Lord Desmodus, but even Wingnut doesn't look completely similar to Lord Desmodus. Like, Lord Desmodus just kind of looks like a bat dude. And Wingnut does kind of look like a bat dude, but not exactly the same. But Donatello's belief is that, well, if this is just another version of Flagenon, then that means that he has technology. And if he has technology, then we can use that technology to stop him. And so Donatello reveals that he has this like laser thing inside his belt, and he uses it to break open the door, and they're free, and their weapons are just like right outside. And so the turtles arm themselves and prepare for a battle where they're going to try to, one, get rid of whatever is blocking the sun, and two, they're going to stop Lord Desmodus and his army of Shadow Warriors. And I'm going to stop there. I don't want to spoil the entire issue. I will say that I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's basically a self-contained one-shot. So there's a beginning, there's a middle, there's an end. There's no like cliffhangers or anything like that. If you're a fan of Usagi, then I highly recommend it. It was entertaining. Again, it's basically like a Saturday morning cartoon adventure. Same humor and all that stuff. Characters are turtles are in character for the cartoon series. The artwork matches that of the cartoon series. It was nice to see Usagi, even though he had like a very, very brief appearance in the original cartoon. I think he only appears in like 1 or 2 episodes, and that was it. So it's always kind of funny to see like Usagi with the Saturday morning cartoon. Like I see this a lot, like fan art and crossovers and stuff, where we see Usagi Yojimbo with the 80s, the 87 cartoon version, and it's like they only like saw each other like once or twice. So that was always kind of interesting. But yeah, this is basically just a fun little adventure where the turtles team up with Usagi to fight alien vampires and free Usagi's village. So if that sounds like something up your alley, check it out. There you go. There's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Usagi Yojimbo, Saturday Morning Adventures. Hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you next time. Take care. Later. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still want to thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next one is more to your liking. With that said, thank you once again, and I hope you guys and gals have a good one. Later.